Thank you for making it to today's discussion. You're joined by, again, Clever Mukwege from ByteSpeed and Louis Mazante from Kajeet. Our discussion today is going to be focused on next-gen connectivity solutions for libraries. We would like to keep the discussion open-ended. Feel free to share any questions that may come up, any thoughts as we go along. So thanks again. Maybe Louis will start with just a quick introduction of ByteSpeed, and then I'll have you introduce yourself, and then you can take us through the program for today.
Okay.
All right. So my name is Clever Mukwege. I'm the Partner Relationship Manager at ByteSpeed. My role is really finding key partners that have solutions that can really make your lives easier, and hosting presentations like this just to share information, particularly today about how we can make connectivity easier for your patrons. ByteSpeed started in 1999. We do everything from, since then, custom building desktop servers, and we've grown over the years to add a variety of partnerships that solve key customer problems, everything from networking through Ruckus, Juniper, Cradlepoint for pop-up wireless or in-vehicle wireless, as well as desktops, laptops, Chromebooks, you name it. So we're a great one-stop shop for all your different IT needs. But the focus of today's conversation is how we can make life easier for patrons and provide them with options for connectivity. So I'll have Louis introduce himself and take us through the rest of the conversation for today. I'll be watching the comment section. If you have any questions, I'll stop Louis and let him know. But thanks again for joining us today.
All right. Thanks, Clever. And welcome, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, wherever you are. My name's Louis Mazante. I'm the Director of Channel Sales for Kajeet. I've been with Kajeet almost 5 years now, but I've been in the IT space 30 plus years. And we're going to go over a solution that ByteSpeed will be offering through Kajeet. ByteSpeed's been a very, very good partner for us for over the last 3 years. We collaborate a lot with them, and we do a lot of connectivity solutions with them as well. Real quick, Kajeet at a glance. We're founded in 2003. We're based in McLean, Virginia. Currently, we have over 6 million lines connected in 173 countries. We have 2,500 education and library customers and 43, actually, and now it's 45 patents. Real quick, just a little bit more on Kajeet. Again, founded in 2003. The premises was back then with the cell phones to protect kids from the cell phones. We started from that perspective in 2011, we went education broadband. We went off-campus connectivity suites in 18, private networks in 22. As you can see, we've morphed into bus, and we've taken this solution and morphed into different products. But today, we're going to talk about libraries and how we can help you, the library owners, the library people, to help their patrons have a very easy and nice solution to work with. Just a quick overview of libraries. There's about 174 million people registered in libraries. That equates to 54% of the population. 50% of public libraries offer lending programs. We'd like to raise that number. And also bookmobiles. And here we have a couple examples of some libraries that we currently work with that are very, very, very happy with our solution. So let's dive right into this. Common challenges for libraries, big, medium, or small. These are what we found to be common challenges. Obviously, strained IT resources for the smaller libraries. You just don't have the staff to do that. And we will address that on what we do to help you out. Poor carrier support and product. We all have cell phones. We all know how difficult it is to talk to the carriers at times, etc. We'll show you how our management tool will take a lot of that angst away from you from a reporting perspective, from an analysis and an auditing perspective, because we all know now that libraries, hotspots for libraries are E-ratable, but we want to touch base on now because obviously your patrons don't want to wait 10 months for that to come through. We'll also cover the poor coverage areas and monthly bills to manage and data throttling, etc. Why choose Kajeet and ByteSpeed? Obviously, we're a great partnership, and I'm going to go over what the benefits are. So why Kajeet and ByteSpeed? Optimal connectivity. What does that mean? Under our solution, and I'll get into it as we go through here, our Sentinel Platform solution, we're carrier agnostic. We handle all 4 carriers in the U.S. And what does that mean? That means if you have patrons and you need multiple carriers, we can do that under one pane of glass. You don't have to have a Verizon bill. You don't have to have an AT&T bill. It's all under one pane of glass, and that's Sentinel. And I'll get into that a little bit more. A complete solution. Our product comes to you fully kitted. It comes in a nice neoprene case. It's activated, provisioned, ready to go, whether it's Verizon, AT&T, whatever it may be. So that data access is there. And we also have post-sale support, as I stated, on one bill. Easy device administration. Again, I mentioned our Sentinel platform. It's a filtering platform. It allows you to do many things from a filtering perspective. I'll get into that a little bit later. From a reporting perspective, it has real-time reporting, time of day controls. Again, I'll get into that a little bit more. Turnkey deployment, and you have Kajeet lifetime support. So what does that mean, lifetime support? When you sign up with Kajeet and ByteSpeed, you'll have a dedicated account manager that you can call directly. You don't call an 800 number, but you can call them directly to have any issues, challenges, whatever, met by that account manager. This is what a Kajeet SmartSpot looks like. As I told you, it comes in a nice neoprene case. There's the hotspot, and it comes with a quick start guide. Very, very simple. Again, when you receive these at your location, these are all set, ready to go. And then you can do your check-in, check-out with these, and hopefully this is how they'll come back. We also have a LTE-embedded device, Chromebooks. Chromebook comes in 2 flavors right now. They come Wi-Fi, which if it's a Wi-Fi device, obviously you'll need a hotspot to connect to the internet, or it comes LTE embedded. I remember about 3 years ago in a library in Baltimore, I did 20 of these for a library for patrons that could come in. They needed to look for jobs, get on the internet, etc. So multiple devices that you can use. And this is our what we call our Kajeet Smart Bus product. It comes in 2 flavors. It comes in an hard install flavor. Also comes in a portable. And as you all know, bookmobiles are also available for E-rate. So you can look at that as well. I'm going to pause here right now. Any questions? All right, we okay, Clever?
Yep, we're doing okay. None so far.
Okay. One other solution we have, we call it our Connect Prime or Smart Failover System. It's an LTE failover system. You can install this in your library if you have a power outage or somebody digs up your line that everything goes out. This will simultaneously connect via LTE. It's within milliseconds, and you'll still have your phones, and you'll still be able to communicate. So it is a safeguard for your library for protection on any type of outage. All right, so let me dig into Sentinel features. And Sentinel, if you see here at the bottom, you can integrate this in your ILMS integration as well. It has a check-in, check-out feature. It sets due dates. What does due dates mean? So, for example, if you have a patron coming in Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning and they want to take this out and they check it out, and it's supposed to be in at 12 o'clock on Wednesday, at 12:01, when that device doesn't come back, it'll automatically shut off data that cannot be used. And you can set that up for every device, every patron, when they set it, when they check it out and they check it back in. Another common Another common gripe that we've heard from the libraries is, I check this out at 8 o'clock. It comes back on a Monday. It comes back Wednesday at 4 o'clock. I check it back out to another patron. Thursday at noontime, I get a call and say, hey, there's no data left on this. Our program is unlimited data, so that data will never run out. Again, you can set those alerts for due dates, usage, specific sites. You can remotely activate and deactivate a unit from this dashboard. Whoever's doing the administration, they can do that with just one keystroke, and it can do it in milliseconds. Also, we have patron applicable filtering, which I'll show you as we go through this. And then we have SIM removal detection, allows the library to suspend or deactivate the device due to fraud. So a lot of security here. One other thing to note about our hotspot devices, unlike a lot of other devices, we are filtered and secure at the SIM card level, not the device level. What does that mean? That means when your patron goes home and plugs their Chromebook in or their notebook, whatever they have, and they plug it into our device, our hotspot, it goes right to our VPN. So it can only go to those URLs that are allowed via the filtering program that you pick. It cannot go out to sites that are not allowed. And you can imagine some of those sites that they try to go to. So it is filtered and it is secure at the SIM card level. So this is a library that we have in Dallas that allowed us to use this. This is what we call insights inside of Sentinel. You can see here they have AT&T and Verizon. They have two different carriers on this. You can see the devices. You can see where they're located. You can see how many are used right now on the right side. So this is a very comprehensive cloud-based program that allows you to drill down as far as you want to drill down when it comes to your libraries, your locations, your usage, whatever it may be. So here are some resources that you can look at. You can put your phone on the barcode here, and you can look at other devices. You can look at the patrons. You can look at all these. You can look at the success story. A lot of different things you can look at.
Hey, Louis, I had a question come through.
Yes.
First one says here, can we get these slides after the presentation? And yes, we can get them. Everybody will get a recording of the webinar as well as a copy of the slides.
Yes.
Another question is there a hard limit of the amount of data usage per month before the traffic on the device is throttled? I know we addressed that, but it's good to reinforce.
Yeah, no. So again, yes, thank you, Clever. You will get from ByteSpeed unlimited data. That means it's unlimited. There's no hard stop. There's no throttling. There's no none of that is done by us. Now, obviously we all have cell phones, and the carriers a lot of times will throttle you at 20 gig, 25 gig, or 30 gig. There will be no throttling on this, and no issues from a data usage perspective where it stops. I mean, the only way it'll stop if you stop it because of whatever reason. Other questions? I will tell everybody our Sentinel platform is a in-house cloud filtering platform. Designed by Kajeet. We have 45 patents on it, and nobody else in the space has it. And that's why we're one of we are the leader in this space in libraries, in education, and higher ed. So we've just migrated that solution into the libraries, which has taken off. And again, one thing I want to note is it is E-ratable. And that'll be in 10 months. But, Obviously, your patrons don't want to wait 10 months. I said that earlier. So you can purchase now from ByteSpeed, and then in 10 months when it's done, just you can purchase 10 months of data. It doesn't have to be a full year. But then when E-rate comes again next year, you can submit your 470, and you can get all that data for the following year paid for.
I have a question that came through here, Louis.
Yes.
How do you advise customers on which carriers to choose?
Yeah, that's a great question. So again, we're carrier agnostic. There's heat maps by Verizon, AT&T that you can look at. You can see the coverage. Of course, it's a marketing. It's certainly a marketing device that they use. Everybody says they cover everything. I always tell people, who do you have on your cell phone, where you live, and what works the best? You can't get any better testimonial than that, because you have your cell phone, it's AT&T or whatever, it's Verizon, and that's what works best. And in ordering these, if you're in areas that have multiple carriers, again, just say you order 15 or 20, and we do offer what we call a network guarantee. So my suggestion would be, when you order these, order a mix of them. So when the patron comes in and says, hey, Verizon is what I need, or hey, AT&T is what I need, then you have those devices to hand out. If you were to order a mixture of 20, just say it would be Verizon and AT&T, and you find out you have more patrons with T-Mobile, our network guarantee will swap them out, no charge. We want to make sure you have what you need to satisfy your patrons.
Another question here is to add to the carrier question. If we found out a different carrier is better, is it easy to switch these devices? So how easy is it to switch between carriers?
So again, I would suggest ordering a mix. If your mix is incorrect and you find out you need more of one than the other, your account manager will swap them out for you. Very, very simple. Or if there's not many of them, an easier swap is we could just send you the correct SIM card. You pull the SIM card out, put the other one in, way to go. We can do it either way. We just want to make sure it's seamless to you and very easy. Other questions? I want to make you guys feel secure. I mean, we do a lot of libraries. We do a lot of K-12 as well. So this solution is second to none. It's ease of use, and it's easy to deal with us because you have a direct account manager. You don't have to use an 800 number. One other thing I want to add, we do have 2 support lines. We have a support line for you, obviously, directly to the account manager. And we also have a support line for the patrons that if they want to bypass you, they can call Kajeet direct if they have an issue that we'll have a post-sale engineer, whatever, take that call and try to fix whatever the issue is. Typically with hotspots, there's not typically much of an issue.
Thank you, Louis.
Yep.
One more question here.
Yes.
What about small local carriers? Can they be used?
So typically a small local carrier has an agreement with one of the larger carriers. I think when you have that small carrier type of thing, I think, again, they're connected with one of the larger carriers. I don't think that would be an issue. We have had that issue or question in K-12, but I think it connects to one of the larger carriers that they're in affiliation with. I don't know that answer 100%. I know they couldn't connect to a small local carrier, but I think it could do it via one of the larger carriers. If you have that problem or if you have that situation, let me know. I'd have to get an engineer to answer that question, but I know I've had it before, and I know that's the way I've answered it.
Thank you, Louis. That's
Okay.
that's all we have for questions. If any of you have any other lingering questions, feel free to send them our way. We're monitoring. So Louis, just to reiterate, I know you spoke about having a dedicated account manager and a support structure that makes it easier to work with Kajeet versus typical carriers. What else can you say about the ease of use and also how life is much simpler working with Kajeet versus working directly with the Verizon, AT&T, you name it?
Sure. So what an account manager does for you, the customer, is first of all, you have that direct line. So you can call them. You'll get a training on, they'll call you once you sign up. And once you get your product, they'll do a training on Sentinel. They'll run reports for you if you have to. And one other thing they do is they do what we call health checks. So you signed up with us at 120. If you haven't spoken to them, at the 120-day mark, they'll reach out to you and say, hey, just want to let you know in 120 days, your data is going to run out. And then they'll reach out to you again on the 90-day term. They'll reach out again on the 60-day term. Once they get to the 30 days, they'll contact your ByteSpeed rep, and they'll get them a quote out for however long, for the next year. And your ByteSpeed account manager will reach out to you and say, hey, here it is. You need to renew your data. Also, from a check-in, check-out perspective, from a activate, deactivate perspective, that account manager is at your beck and call. Whenever you call them, they'll walk you through all of that more than once if they have to. That is your liaison, to ByteSpeed and Kajeet. They'll walk you through anything you need to. They'll handhold whatever handholding you need to help you out until you're comfortable with it. And the Sentinel platform is very, very, very easy to use. It's very user friendly. But again, we don't want to let you think that, okay, you sign up with us, you get it, we train you once, and you're on your own. We're here for you on that direct line. Again, I'm being redundant here, but we all know when we have a problem with a cell phone and we call the carrier, what we have to go through. That doesn't happen here. And again, the multi-carrier solution is huge because, most of you will probably have more than one carrier in your area. You don't have to deal with two different. You don't have to deal with two different carriers. You don't have to deal with two different bills. I mean, I can't tell you how many people come to us and say, "Oh, it's just so much easier. One bill, one payment up front, and it's all done." I can't express the multi-carrier solution and the ease of use that we offer.
Thank you, Louis. And I'd like to underscore that ByteSpeed is the same values when it comes to support, even on end user devices, etc. So I think in these two organizations, you have folks that you can rely on. So just wanted to clarify that as well.
Yes, and I'll reiterate
Just one
again.
more question here. Can you elaborate
Yep.
on ILS, Library Automation System Integration?
Yeah, so it's a very simple integration. Obviously, that's a big part of the check-in, check-out solution. I know it's simple to do. We'll have an engineer do that. It's a very simple connection to Sentinel that allows you to do that check-in, check-out. And again, we'll walk you through that process. It's free of charge. We'll walk you through it. We'll connect it, show you how to connect it once you sign up and have your devices. It's very simple. Now, if you require, if you're a larger library and you require maybe an APN or APIs, obviously that's a different conversation with your engineer and our engineers. But for the most part, the ILMS system connects with Sentinel very seamlessly.
Thank you, Louis.
Sure.
So if there aren't any other questions, we can definitely give everybody back their time here. But I suppose just before we head out, I'll just give ourselves about 30 seconds to see if there's any other questions we could address. Is there an option to not filter for content?
No, there isn't an option for zero filtering, and a couple reasons why. One reason why we can offer unlimited data is because it's filtered. Number two, you as the library, you don't want your patrons going out to sites that are not acceptable. I mean, you want them to be on task to do whatever they need to do from a job perspective. If they need to, if they need to do an assignment, whatever they need to do. But we filter that for protection, not only from us but for you as well, because you don't want those people going to those undesirable sites. You want them to use this, for something that is productive, and not to go to, you don't want them sitting there watching Netflix for 5 hours, on your dime. But again, there's multiple layers of filtering. I thought I had that slide in here, but I didn't see it. But there are multiple levels of filtering that I can send over to Clever, that you can choose from. So when you talk to your account manager and you want to buy Kajeet, we can certainly jump on a subsequent call with your account manager. I can go over that as well. But we don't completely open it up. That's we're just, you're just asking for trouble.
Thank you, Louis. That's all we had here. But it looks like, just like you mentioned, you have flexibility on what to filter, what not to filter, but you can't just not filter at all.
Yeah, it just, again, we've learned a lot of hard lessons on both sides of the fence, from libraries and from the educational institutions, and we take that feedback and we use it to upgrade our Sentinel platform to make sure everybody's safe, secure, and by that filtering, that's how we keep them safe and secure, as well as our SIM card. Once you plug into that with your device, it goes directly to our VPN.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Louis, for the discussion today.